Welcome back, guys, and welcome. This is Marcy's Little Show's 150 subs contest, which is amazing, quite frankly. Let me just turn this down a bit. Bit of AC/DC, can't go wrong. Otherwise, I'll get distracted and I'll start singing AC/DC. No one wants me to sing AC/DC, trust me. So yeah, Marcy, 150 subs. Wow, it's just like, you seem so new to the community, yet you flew up to 150 subs, which I think is fantastic and highly deserved, by the way. I do enjoy your videos, I really do. Most of the time, the reason I enjoy your videos is you have this really sort of overwhelming sort of it's almost like excitement. It's not excitement, but really enthusiastic, and I really like that. You're really sort of upbeat and happy, and just seem to be a nice person to be around. So I really do enjoy videos. So thank you for sharing with us. And yeah, 150 subs, well done. You're well deserved. And I think, to be honest with you, in the next couple of months you'll probably be doing 300. You are flying. It's ridiculous. But you did set a competition for us, a little contest to say thank you for subbing, and as a thank you for allowing me to enter this contest, I'm going to enter the contest. You asked some questions. Number one, I wrote down the questions here. The first comic book I bought. Well, it's not necessarily the first book I had, but the first book I bought with my own money when I was a wee little child was X-Men number 2, volume 2, not the number 2, but it's the Jim Lee run, X-Men number 2, in the 90s, I think it was 93, 92, something, I can't remember. So that's the first book. Everyone rags on the books of the 90s, everyone doesn't like the 90s, and I can understand why people don't like the 90s. There's a lot of shit that went on, there was this big bubble, but, oh man, I loved the books from the 90s. That's what I grew up on, so yeah, I love the 90s books. They're a bit cheesy, but I do like them. A team up that hasn't been done before by the same publisher. Damn, see, that's a. I was racking my brain and I was trying to think, and I found it really hard to think of two people that haven't teamed up, and you know, really hard question, I thought. But I did pick two, and I think this hasn't happened. I would like to see Batman, and I'd like to see Midnighter do a team up, because Midnighter's kind of similar to Batman. Back in the day when he was with Wildstorm and Image, Midnighter was kind of like a parody of Batman, a little bit. And I'd like to see them team up, because I think there could be some quite interesting moments between the two. It could be quite funny. And it'd be quite good because Midnight is gay, and it'd be nice if he had a crush on Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I think that could be quite funny. So that'd be my two characters. My favourite ongoing comic book. Oh, jeez. There's so many good books out at the moment. That's really toughy. I guess I've had to say my favourite ongoing book at present. Well, Uncanny X-Men or Batman, to be honest. That's the two. Or Batman Eternal. Yeah, oh damn. Which one do I like the most? Batman Eternal. Batman Eternal. God, so indecisive. So indecisive. If I couldn't buy books from Marvel, DC or Image, which studio or comic book company would I use? It'd probably be Omnipress. Omnipress, I'm going to say. They do some good books. You know, Helheim, The Bunker. So yeah, Omnipress. That's pretty cool. And I think they you know, a couple of years more, I think they're getting bigger each year. And I think if the market for comics stay the way it is, I think Omnipress could be a real contender in a few years' time. Question 5. A DC variant theme that I would like to see. Okay, I don't know if it's been done before, but I would like to see I would like to. I'm trying to explain it. That sounds stupid. I would like to see superhero book, you know, so DC books, all dressed as their favourite superhero. So I wouldn't have Harley Quinn dressed as Joker because that's just too predictable. But you know, I'd like to see maybe Batman dressed as Superman, or you know, I'd like to see all the other characters dressed as one another and sort of their version of. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but it does in my head. So it'd be like sort of, I'd like to see the DC heroes do fancy dress of their favourite DC heroes. Yeah, okay. And number 6, final question was for you. Ask a question to a good soul. My question would be, from what I gather from your videos, your whole family gets involved with your comic collecting and, you know, the enjoyment of it. But if you never had your whole family into books, if you had to persuade one of your family to get into comic books, what book would you give them to sway them? Now, I can't remember who did it. I think someone else did this question a while ago, but it was such a good question that I think it should be asked again. So yeah, what book would you suggest to get someone to read comics? And that's it. That's your 6 questions. Once again, Marcy, well done. Like I said, you're going to be doing 300s, I think, was it August? You said? I think you said you posted your first video in August, and now you're up to 150. It took me over a year to get 150, and you were just like, whoa! So yeah, you're going to be a superstar status very soon. So congratulations, take care, be safe, bye.